This method of Jalauba may soon turn Damascus knives into cheap street products. Today, let's take a look inside this workshop to see how the workers mass-produce these Damascus folding knives. To create the unique patterns of Damascus steel. In material selection, workers mainly use 1,5 and 2 nickel steel and 1095 high-carbon steel because of their different corrosion resistance. The steel is later soaked in an acid solution. The nickel in nickel steel stays bright, while the carbon steel darkens, forming a light-dark contrast. This reveals the unique Damascus pattern. The workers then fix the steel plates together by electric welding, which is another crucial step. Only this way can the two types of steel fuse more easily during forging. Usually the material is heated in the furnace to about 1300 minus 1400 degrees Celsius, almost to melting point. Then forging begins. At this stage, to enhance the blade's pattern complexity, besides hammering, the flattened steel strips also need to be folded. Each fold doubles the number of layers. For some enthusiasts, hundreds of folds are possible. Here, Jalauba likely stacks only 10 to 20 layers. Once the target layers are reached, the billet is placed into this device. This step is twisting. The stacking mainly increased layer count, but here the steel is twisted, forming continuous flowing spiral patterns. This further raises the complexity of the blade pattern. After twisting, it is forged again, back into a flat shape, making it ready for rolling. This old rolling machine usually requires 3 workers to feed and remove the billet. One adjusts the roller gap until the billet is rolled to the desired thickness. Once the thickness is correct and cooled, the cutting stage begins. First, large plates are cut into small pieces. Then workers punch blade-shaped billets from them. For other metal parts of the folding knife, ordinary steel is used for stamping. These slim pieces are not only part of the blade frame, but also serve as a locking mechanism. The wider metal sheets are liners inside the handle, the core structure of the grip. After preparing these main parts, workers first refine the blade. The first step is correcting the overall shape. Then, using a standard mold, a drill hole position is marked on the blade's tail. After that, workers shape finer details of the blade. Normally, they use a grinding wheel to roughly grind the bevel. This worker, however, carves a groove on the spine, a so-called nail nick, making it easier to open the blade later. After these steps, the blade undergoes hardening. Here, Jalauba uses a salt bath furnace for preheating. The liquid inside is molten salt, but not ordinary table salt. Depending on the salt composition, it can provide high, medium, or low temperature ranges. The lowest around 140 minus 150 degrees Celsius. The highest over 1,300 degrees Celsius. The blade must be heated to austenitizing temperature. so the salt bath must be kept above 800 degrees Celsius. Once heated, the blade is quenched quickly in oil. After hardening, the blade is further refined, including decorative details. After these steps, the etching process begins. This involves an acidic solution. As mentioned before, the two steels react differently. After soaking for 40 minutes, the Damascus pattern emerges. The exact technical name for this pattern is unclear, but more than 90% of the blade is finished. Meanwhile, workers are also crafting the handle. Besides the main metal frame, for aesthetic purposes, plates are fixed on top of the frame. Here, Jalaba uses bone sheets combined with horn slices. They are first glued in place, then roughly ground into shape. This is half a handle. The fine detailing comes after riveting all parts together. Then workers polish it bit by bit. After multiple grinding rounds and modern polishing, the handle becomes smooth and delicate, full of texture. The final step is sharpening the blade. This is the finished result. Black and white, with a smooth, rounded handle, wave-like patterns, and flowing lines on the blade. Thus, a Damascus-style folding knife is made. If it sells for 9.9 yuan including shipping, would you say that's expensive?